All right, Joey B, Mike McC once again in the power chair, and we're getting towards the end here, pal.
Very close. Very close.
We have some games last week that were kind of funky.
A couple of them, yeah.
Yeah, you know, the Express game was a little on the funky side.
Yeah.
Some of the teams that you picked went down.
Yeah.
Some of the teams that I picked went down. The Snatch shocked us both.
Yeah.
And so we'll get to that as soon as we get back.
As restaurants come and go, it is rare to find an establishment like Steve's Sizzling Steaks. Steve's has focused on excellent food, comfortable ambiance, and a friendly staff. Times sure have changed since Steve's first opened their doors, but what hasn't changed is the family atmosphere that makes Steve's so special. Open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Located at 620 Route 17 South in Carlstadt, New Jersey, or call 201-438-9677 for your reservation.
All right, we're back. So let's go right to the scores, Mike.
All right.
All right, All-Stars over the Canes, 26-12. Earl quarterback the Canes.
Earl quarterback the Canes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We've seen them twice on film, and Pete wasn't there for either. Is Pete even the quarterback?
Does he have enough games?
I don't know. Was that a rumor that we just peddled out there?
Idea.
I don't know.
But, you know, I watched this film very closely, and I watched Titano. You know, this guy had the Canes figured out. Canes always seemed to be blitzing somebody from either side. The receiver would release, see the blitzer coming, stop, dump, yards.
This is
what they do.
It's starting to look very easy for the All-Stars.
And I didn't realize. Did you realize how much pocket awareness Titano has?
Yeah.
He feels the rush just a half a step to the left, a half a step to the right.
They got a great line. We've talked about their line.
Yeah.
They have a great defense. We've talked about their defense. I don't know what else there is to say.
You're really going to, you know, you want to beat this team, you got to play the perfect game.
Yeah, like I said,
really
they look like this is easy now. They figured it out, you know. I don't know. They look great.
They got to be the favorite.
I guess I have to refuse to pick against these guys anymore. I always do, and for some reason,
well, this week's going to be interesting when we get to the games.
It's true, actually. That is true.
Express over the USO 12-9, and this is one of the cockamamie games.
Yeah, a little weird.
The Express had 6 guys on the field, 2 guys in traffic on an accident on Route 80. USO had their full squad there. So now, after the timeouts were allotted and the clock ran, USO had the opportunity to take the win and go home.
Oh, really?
Yes. But, you know, they had guys come out on Mother's Day.
Right.
So we said, okay, you'll start with, 7 against 6 because the Express only had 6. The other 2 Express guys show up during the first half, but they had burned all their timeouts in trying to save clock time, so they couldn't put anybody in.
Okay.
The USO took a 2-0 lead. The score at half at this game was 6-2. Now, the Express had their guys in the game, and it still was a defensive struggle.
Yeah.
And the Express prevailed without Hollywood, without Joey, who were unable to get there because of a early morning brunch.
All right.
And the USOs go down by a score of 12-9. Now, I mean, look, they were there, and I kind of respect them for not taking the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah.
They came out to play, but one of the guys in the Express, every time that they made a defensive play or something went wrong, he would just, you should have took the forfeit, but at any rate.
That's even worse.
12-9 Express, USO, another close one. Bankers and the Bankers did not allow a point.
They didn't. I was wrong. They proved me wrong. They've been proving me wrong a lot this year. So good for them.
I'll tell you something. I saw the Bullet Club on film. Their quarterback throws a ball like the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
They got some athletes on the team, but again, it all starts with the quarterback.
That's
if the
it.
quarterback can't put points on the board, you got a problem. Bankers, didn't look spectacular.
Got the job done.
But they got the job done, and they moved to 4-2 now, which
4-2,
Seminoles over the Bulldogs, 28-10. I guess the Bulldogs did not show for this game. Yeah, we see that score. Another close one.
Yeah.
And I watched this game. You know who's quarterback in the Goonies?
Yeah.
Mike
when
V.
did that happen? I guess since the beginning of the season.
Well-
But I'm surprised that we didn't know this. This was when I was watching the film doing it. I was like, wait a minute.
That's Mike V.
You know,
out there.
yeah, I see him down there, and I'm like, I thought we were doing the Goonies. I had to look at the schedule a couple times. Thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, that's not the Goonies that I remember from last year. This
Yeah.
was a good game, man. They gave the All-Stars a run for their money right there.
Well, this was part 2 of the All-Star doubleheader.
It was, but
I know what you're
that
gonna say,
never
but
ever bothers them. We've said, well, it's good, and it's a lot of
understand
different
that.
guys.
I understand that too, but still, you're playing 2 games back to back. It's not an easy thing.
I hear you. I hear you.
But you know what? Kudos to the Goonies. They hung in.
Hey, Goonies had guys playing on the All-Star team,
This
and
is
on
true,
the
yeah.
and on the Canes that played with the Goonies. So, or no, was it? It was crazy. I saw a lot of. There was
Touche.
like guys on the Canes going to the
It was
6
a
on 6.
smorgasbord of players.
It was a very weird change going on between games.
But anyhow, Goonies play well, and you notice that the games in the 6-on-6 now are getting tighter.
Yes, they
You
are.
know, the middle teams, when they play the top teams, those games are not blowouts.
No.
They're close.
Goonies,
They're very
though,
close.
we said they need to start winning, and that's what they're doing right now.
Well, that set them back, but they're
Well,
still
yeah, that's
up
true.
there.
They lost that one, but
they lost
sorry,
that one.
losing my mind.
The Rock gets their first win. And the Snatch has walked the plank. They've
They
run
have.
up the flag or whatever, surrendered deer. And you know, I noticed, and I did this game, there are 3 really good players on the Rock.
Oh yeah,
But again, like any bunch of guys that are young team,
Young
they
team.
think talking is part of the game instead of just playing the game and getting the job done. So you know what? You learn the
they'll
hard
learn.
way.
They'll learn. All
They'll
these
learn
teams
the hard
learned.
way.
They'll do.
Bruins easily over the Dumont Huskies. Oh, and
Okay.
by the way, the scoop on the overtime games, there was only 1 touchdown scored. They went 0-0-0-0, touchdown, 2-point conversion. Bruins touchdown, no conversion.
And
So
now we
that
know.
was the story of that game.
knowing.
AJ was at this field and he told me the story. And again, you know, and he got hurt in that game, by the way. He screwed his knee up again, but he did play last Sunday. And you can see he was hobbling, but the Dumont Huskies
Yeah,
really
hobbling
offered
52-6.
Yeah. Next year, surprise,
Yes.
because we both
Surprise.
went the other way on
Yes.
this game.
I don't know what's happened to Deja Vu.
Savages, 42 points on a Deja Vu.
I don't know what's happened to them, man.
Yeah,
I was high as a
we
kite
all
on
were.
these guys.
We all were.
Thinking, here we go. This team has taken that step, and they've taken a step backwards.
Yeah, and it all started with that Bruin loss.
Yeah.
That 42-6 game against the Bruins that they got beat in. They had not been
But
the same.
this
since
is,
then.
you know, this is not, you can't take that. Now you've put the Savages into a tie with you. You know, and now-
Tiebreaker goes to the
and
Savages.
the tiebreaker goes, exactly. So this was a game that they needed to separate themselves from that 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now there's a 3-way tie for third place. I don't know what happened to Deja Vu.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Deja Vu.
Yeah, we got to see. Maybe they lost some guys.
I don't wanna hear it.
All right, moving on. Mike McSee says that no stories permitted.
Yeah.
Another one. Blazers 32-26 over the Deadly Assassins.
Yeah, this was a tighter game, much tighter game than I think everybody thought.
You know, the Assassins, each week, they seem to be playing a little bit better.
They are.
You know, they're not winning games, but every game is close. I think
getting
what they
there,
have,
yep.
3 wins or 2 wins, the Assassins right now?
Yeah.
2 wins. And they could have easily won 2 of the 2 games that they've had a lead in and couldn't close the deal.
Yeah, they gave it. They kept with the Blazers for most of that game. Fought in it, stayed in it. Yeah, just some late plays by the Blazers, and hey, there you go. That's why they're undefeated. In
And
first
the
place.
Ozone, not involved in a close game this week.
Holy cow! No, they are not.
41-12, and about time. I saw
About
Sonny
time,
at the
seriously.
field, and I said, Sonny, you guys are like a bad racehorse.
Yeah.
You know,
Man
you keep
alive.
getting beat by your nose, but they went out and really let Dilly Dilly have it between the eyes.
Yes, or Mud Dogs.
Excuse me.
Bears.
Mud Dog.
Let
Bears
Dilly
over the
Dilly
Dilly Dilly.
had him
And the
in
Bears
in the
now, I don't know, I didn't look at the schedule. Is this the week?
This is the week.
This is the week without
Sets
Tintano,
them up, yeah.
Which means Luigi will
We'll
be
get on that
quarterback
when we
in
talk
that
about
game.
these, yeah.
We will. Cobras over Happy in a game that you pick Happy Team.
I did. This was a tight
I
game,
went
though.
with the Cobras, and it was tighter than I thought it would be.
It was. There was an unbelievable catch in this game. I wish I knew his name on the Cobras. He made a great, as you can see right here, he made a great catch. One-handed up. Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just wanted to point that one out to everybody.
And the
man.
Cobras
Again,
now,
to see
you know,
that was
but
great.
they win again, so now they can close out the weirdest 6-2 season
Yeah,
I've ever seen.
Cobras have really righted the ship.
You know,
3 in a row right now.
They were like up and down
Yeah.
early on in the season, and the first 5
There
games.
was a question. We did question them, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
What is going on with these guys? And yeah,
And Happy Team
righted the
is
ship.
not a pushover team.
No, that was a good
So
game.
that was a good game.
Pretty much what I expected out of them. You know, I did expect them to win. I did pick them, but this is them late in the season, man. They're gritty.
Yeah. And MPI looks like a forfeit win over the Pagoda Bucks.
Yep.
And the MPI needed a kind of easy week.
Yeah, they
if you
needed a
wanna
win
call it
just
that.
to keep pace,
Yeah.
keep that 4th place right now.
Yeah. So when we get back, we're going to take a look at the schedule and see where we're at this week, and see if there's any games that really, really matter. We'll be right back.
How you doing, guys? Welcome to Raymond New and Used Tires. We're located in 591 South Orange Ave and 275 Broad Street in Newark. Our hours are from 8 to 7 every day. The only day we're closed is only Christmas Day. We have new tires, used tires. On the new tires, when you buy all 4 new tires, you get everything included: mounted, speed balance, wheel alignment, all included in one price. Used tires for the minimum of $30. Everything included also. We put it on and we balance it. Flat fixes are $10. Balancing, $10. We do motorcycles, we do hot rods, we do every kind of car. When it comes to tires, we get it done. It's my guy Dave right here. He's here every day. Any problem, talk to this guy here. We're also, you could Google us and you can see us on Yelp. People love us. Our prices speak for itself. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, and here we are, Mikey. It's scheduled time. Let's take a
All
look
right.
at this week's
Some good games. Some good games.
Hackensack Turf Field, Canes and Bankers. And I'm going to start by saying this. The Bankers always play the Canes tough.
They do.
Always.
They do.
Always. Now, the quarterback situation with the Canes,
We don't know.
we don't know. If Pete's there, the Canes are heavy favorites.
I think if Pete was there for pretty much this whole season, I mean, I guess how much better could they have done? They probably, the All-Star game would have been a shootout. Say we'll still give it to the All-Stars, and they had that one early loss to, I can't remember. I'm prepared. But still, they're two losses. Maybe they gained one win if Pete was there. So they've been holding it down. They're a good defensive team. We know that. They know their plays. They know their assignments. But this is a very interesting game. Bankers can leapfrog them.
The Bankers can move up a slide into the 3
Yeah, they can.
and draw the Express on the first round if the Express win. You know, some teams are finishing their schedule this weekend.
Some are, yes.
Some aren't. So, Canes, Bankers. So I'm going to give us an out here.
Okay.
If Pete quarterbacks, who do you like?
I'm going to take the Canes either way.
You're going to go with the Canes?
See if the
either way?
Bankers can prove me wrong one more week, and then I think I'm.
All right. And I'm going to get nothing away from Earl because he's an adequate backup.
Earl reminds me of Tebow out there. Not the greatest throwing quarterback, but
He
you know
made
what?
he made a couple of
He
poor throws.
He made a great touchdown run in
Oh,
the
well, that's
early
the
in
other
season.
thing. See,
you know,
he run-
he'll make the plays happen.
He had a couple of big runs last Sunday.
Yeah, you know, and that he's like Tebow out there. He really is.
Too. All right, and here we are, Mikey. It's scheduled time. Let's take a
All right.
look at this week's
Some good
games.
games. Some good games.
Hackensack Turf Field, Canes and Bankers. And I'm going to start by saying this. The Bankers always play the Canes tough.
They do.
Always.
They do.
Always. Now, the quarterback situation with the Canes,
We don't know.
we don't know. If Pete's there, the Canes are heavy favorites.
I think if Pete was there for pretty much this whole season, I mean, I guess how much better could they have done? They probably, the All-Star game would have been a shootout. Say we'll still give it to the All-Stars, and they had that one early loss to, I can't remember. I'm prepared. But still, they're two losses. Maybe they gained one win if Pete was there. So they've been holding it down. They're a good defensive team. We know that. They know their plays. They know their assignments. But this is a very interesting game. Bankers can leapfrog them.
The Bankers can move up a slide into the 3
Yeah, they can.
and draw the Express on the first round if the Express win. You know, some teams are finishing their schedule this weekend.
Some are, yes.
Some aren't. So Canes Bankers. So I'm going to give us an out here.
Okay.
If Pete quarterbacks, who do you like?
I'm going to take the Canes either way.
You're going to go with the Canes?
See if the
either way?
Bankers can prove me wrong one more week, and then I think I'm.
All right. And I'm going to get nothing away from Earl because he's an adequate backup.
Earl reminds me of Tebow out there. Not the greatest throwing quarterback, but
He
you know
made
what?
he made a couple of
He
poor throws.
he made a great touchdown run in
Oh,
the
well, that's
early
the
in
other
season.
thing. See,
you know,
he run-
he'll make the plays happen.
He had a couple of big runs last Sunday.
Yeah,
too.
you know, and that he's like Tebow out there. He really is.
But I got to say that if Earl is quarterbacking, I'm going to go Bankers only because the Bankers play them tough.
They do.
If Pete's quarterbacking, I'm flopping the other way because Pete will figure out a way to win a close game.
I hear you. I think even with Earl back there, we see how he can run. They were running the option a little bit, trying to get that option going against the All-Stars. And the All-Stars are a much better defense than the Bankers. So I think some of these plays, will connect more. So, like I said, they've been running these same plays forever. Everybody knows probably each position.
Yeah. Deja Vu and Nice Snatch, and this is Deja Vu and Snatch's last game of the regular season.
Deja Vu better.
So, I mean, they got to
really
wake up in
show
this game.
something, not squeak one out. I'll go Deja Vu one more.
I have to go Deja Vu only because I've seen the Nice Snatch. Don't look like they have much fire left in them.
No.
Blazers Dilly Dilly. Do we even have to talk about it?
Next.
Hackensack Grass. We're going to slide over. And here's a nice one to close out the season.
It is.
Ozone and the Cobras. Ozone looking for some respect in this game.
I think they are. But I don't know, man. Cobras are starting to hum.
They are. They're going to score points. But, Odell.
No, I don't care.
You don't care about
yeah,
Odell? Sonny, you don't care about Sonny?
No,
Okay.
I think the Cobras have righted the ship. They're ready to go, and they're in playoff mode already. They're ready to start it this right now. Let's do this. That's how they feel.
Well,
they're ready to go.
I'm going to go Cobras only because of the quarterbacks in this game.
Big difference.
Big difference. Big arm versus, peck.
Yeah, big arm.
You depend on Sonny and,
What a great catch that was. Nick.
Odell
Good
make
Lord.
plays after short passes. So I'm going with Cobras strictly based on quarterback play.
Well, yeah.
MPI team. This should be a good game.
It should be a good game. This is.
MPI could actually close out at 5-3, which
Yep.
for them would be a nice season.
It would be, yeah.
Considering they really got.
They could end up 500, man.
Yeah, I mean, well,
That's
the
right now
worst
the worst
case
they could do.
scenario is 500.
That's not too bad.
No. I don't
I
think so.
mean,
And like
I
we
can't-
said, if you finish fifth, it's not a bad thing.
it's not. But this is going to be a good game. I think these two teams are right in the middle, right where they're supposed to be, and
Well, team can.
I think Team is going to out physical MPI.
Well, they're going to leapfrog them if they win too.
They will.
So it's
So
a
I'm
big
taking
game for both
MPI.
teams.
I mean, no, I'm taking Team this week because I think they'll be able to out physical
I think
MPI.
taking team also for the very same reason, and plus I think they can match NPI's quickness and speed.
Yeah, and
so,
Team looked good against the Cobras, man. They matched the Cobras for most of the game.
and we had said that they had beaten the Cobras in a playoff game.
Yeah,
So they kind of like certain teams you come out, you know how to play them.
certain.
Feigl Field, Pagoda Bucks. If they show up, they should win this.
They
game
should take the
easily.
Mud Dogs down. Yep.
Goonies over the Huskies. I think that's a
Yep.
given too. So the Goonies would
looked
finish
really
with
good
5
last week.
wins.
Yeah, they'll finish with 5 wins.
And we move over to Goffel Park, and Bruins versus the Savages. Now the Bruins really, unless the Blazers lose, which is highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely.
I don't think they're going to lose
No.
the Dilly Dilly. So this
Not
will
much to
lock
say
the
there.
Bruins
Yep.
up in second place, and now the Savages. This game might mean a little bit to them.
It means a lot to them. There's that 3-way jam up right now. Deja Vu, Goonies, Savages. They got to
Well-
keep pace. So, what we say, Deja Vu has nice snatch, easier game for them. And who was it? Also, did I say the Goonies? Goonies got the Huskies. So,
Yeah.
the
Bruins.
It's favoring right now the Goonies and Deja Vu. So Savages got to play a perfect game this week.
Well, now here's something else. See,
Goonies
now,
look good, man.
Listen,
Goonies are
AJ hobbled around last week. He
Right.
really didn't look good. So if they're locked into the second seed. Nothing's going to take the second seat from them.
I hear you,
Could
but
you see AJ sitting this game out?
I could see him sitting it out, but they still got to go against that Bruins defense.
I
That's a
understand
good
that.
defense. That's,
But
if
they're
I'm
at-
not mistaken, the best defense right now in the 6-on-6,
What
if
is-
not top 2.
Isn't AJ still averaging about 40 points a
I
game?
understand
though?
that, but
You
if
think
they're not
that-
giving up, they're giving up what? 14 points a game? And that one game, and that probably jacked up the most because of that Blazer game where they gave up 32 or 33, whatever it was. You know,
You
so
know, they might give Frankie a chance at quarterback in
Yeah,
this
why
game,
not?
you know? Here's the one that everybody's waiting for, and I'm going to let you spring it. Bears All-Stars
yeah,
at
Bears
10:30. Go
All-Stars.
ahead.
This is big.
Why is it
for
big?
first place?
Why else is it big?
And no Titano this weekend.
Now, listen. Luigi's their backup quarterback. Luigi is more than capable. If you remember, he quarterbacked a lot of teams.
He did.
And I seen him quarterback 2 weeks ago and win a game
He did.
at Robertson Stadium. So
He did.
everybody else is still there. Everybody else is
But
still there.
I get it. This is going to be a fantastic game.
It'll be a great game.
Fantastic game.
You know who my X Factor is in this game? My X Factor is the same X Factor every week, O'Connell. Man, I
He's
never
having a
saw.
good season.
I'm telling you,
He's
I
having a
never
really
saw
good
a guy play as well, and we never talk about him.
Yeah, he's having a really good season, like, especially on the defensive side.
Oh, he's
you know,
like a tree back
any game
there.
that we've had captured, deep ball, he's always right there, just out of nowhere. It's just like, here I am.
And you know,
Oh, yeah, and I'm
listen,
6'4",
in-
whatever
in
you
the
are.
6-on-6, I would say 90% of the time on his kickoffs, that team's starting from the 15.
Yep.
So he doesn't give up any field position with his kicks.
Nope.
He makes tough catches. He plays good defense. I mean, this guy definitely, if there was a such thing as first team 6-on-6,
Yeah, I hear you. He'd be on there.
He'd be on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Plus, he's the second biggest Giant fan I know. All right, Timmy, we're getting out there this year. Moving on.
What do you got? What do you got? All-Stars? You taking All-Stars with that X Factor? I'm going All-Stars. I said I'm not going to.
Well, listen, I just talked them up, so if I went Bears, people would think I'm crazy. Like I said, when you're talking about
Bears
the best,
home field.
you got to knock them off.
I
Until
know.
they get knocked off, you can't bet against them.
I mean, this is, how close can this game be? And it can't be any closer. They've both given up 118 points this season. Both of them. And All-Stars have only scored, 11 points more throughout the season? This is going to be a fantastic
Here's
game.
one-
It
here's-
may come down to, though, to Tano not being there.
Well,
no
listen,
offense, Luigi.
Listen,
you know, but
here's one edge the Bears do have: quarterback mobility. Jimmy can get out of the pocket and run for yards.
These are good flag pullers, though. All-Stars are good flag pullers.
I understand that.
They're good. They got a great line, both offense and defense, on 6-on-6.
But when the quarterback
This is
breaks the
tough.
line of scrimmage, it changes the defense.
It does. It
It
does.
changes. Now, don't forget, he can break the line. He doesn't have to break the line of scrimmage. He can escape and move around in the backfield and change the defense, and then he can run. Where Luigi strictly is a drop back pocket passer.
Don't sleep on Luigi. He'll take off. I've seen him scramble for, good 20-yarder, 15-yarder.
okay.
Get that first down right out of
Yes,
bounds.
he will take off, but I don't think he's a big threat running the ball.
Yeah, but Tano isn't either.
Well, I'm talking
but that's what
about
I'm saying.
comparison to Jim.
I get that, though, but
They're a
you're
different
still
team
good.
with Titano quarterbacks.
Yeah, ish. I think Luigi is, if you want somebody to back up the All-Stars, Luigi is the perfect.
Absolutely.
Because, again, teams that have been there, they all know their roles, they know what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to be. You don't
But
win
Titano,
a million.
Here's something that Titano is on the field that Luigi's not. Titano's an SOB on the field.
Sure is.
Luigi,
I don't know.
Luigi.
I'm sure if we got some
some
slugs on here, on camera, they'd be like, oh, yeah. Luigi? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Look, he's engaged, he's getting married, he's in love, so his demeanor's calmed down a little bit. But he's a good quarterback. I like Luigi, he can play.
I'm going All-Stars.
But I think I'm going to go All-Stars too.
Okay.
Because like I said, when you got to knock off the best.
I know.
Until
I got
you
it.
knock off the best.
Simply the best. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, now we've got that settled. Let's go to Davies Field in Park Ridge. Seminoles
Another interesting game. For
I know.
first place.
for first place, and I don't know if Luigi's quarterback in this game. I don't even know if he's on the roster for the 8-man.
I don't know. I don't know. But that's tough. This, how you always talk about the back-to-back games, this is a back-to-back with a drive. You know what I mean? So they got the 8:30 game at
Against
Davies
the
Park and
Seminoles
Park
first,
Ridge,
yeah.
and then they got to drive down to Hawthorne. What's that going to be, about 15, 20-minute
That's
drive?
not a long drive, and
But
I can't see Luigi not quarterbacking this team.
Yeah, I don't see them mixing that up.
I don't know if
Well,
he's
is
on
he
the
gonna
roster. We got to
quarterback?
find out. I don't know.
Is O'Connell going to bust that out?
They
be like,
played-
check this out.
no,
I can also throw the ball.
They did play the
Just be doing drop goals.
East
all
Orange Rec team without Titano. And
Yeah.
I can't remember who quarterbacked the team that day. Although they only won 12-6
But they won.
again. 12-6.
Just got to keep East Orange Rec to 6 points.
That's
you got
it. That's it. That's the secret. Okay, so who do you like?
I think the Seminoles win this game. Sorry, guys. Sorry, All-Stars. I know I said, but I think they do.
I think the All-Stars get inspired by not having Titano there. I think they put up an amazing defensive effort and win this game maybe 13-10. I'll go 13.
You know what? Everything you said is absolutely correct. I just have a gut thing that says Seminoles are that type of team that, you don't think about them. You don't talk about them all season. Nobody really says anything. And then all of a sudden, there they are in the championship game, and still nobody's talking about them. And it's just like, wait, did they just win? Did they just win this game? You know what I mean? There's something about that team. Something about that team, man. We've seen this. We've seen a lot of different, incarnations of this team, and they're always find a way to win.
All right, in our last field, Express Warriors.
Classic. The classic.
I'm going Express.
Yeah, I'm going
Warriors-
Express
the
too.
Warriors are just
But
not
I
good
always
right
just
now.
like seeing that Express Warrior game. That's
It'll be fun
that's
to
that.
watch.
I don't know. I think they're a good-hearted rivalry between these two
Is this
teams.
Hollywood's week to play?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think so. I think he might like to show up.
Hey, the Magic,
Again, like
the
I
Magic
said,
Man quarterback. Then I tell you what, he was like
running around, man. He
ran
did what he had to do.
more running yards than passing yards.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I love this Express Warriors. Like we had last week, I love the Canes All-Star rivalry. I love this Express Warrior.
Well, I'm going Express in this game.
Yeah, I'm going Express. in
They
this
locked
one,
down the number 2.
Warriors are funky this year. I don't know what's going on with them.
Actually, these teams are not wrapping up.
No.
I think the Seminoles and the Express will be playing each other. Yeah, actually, none of the Flag 8 teams are wrapping their season up. They have the extra
Yeah,
week.
they usually do that extra week into it because they
playoff
split the
reasons.
first week or something.
All right, Robeson Stadium, where I will be again.
Assassins the Rock.
The Rock come off a win. You get one win, you want 2.
I hear you.
But the Assassins have been playing very well. I got to go Assassins here.
I'm going to go Assassins too. They looked really good against the Blazers, and that's a top team, the top team, I thought they looked good, man. They stayed in the game in that, whenever they got down, which they were down the whole game. But anyway, they stuck with them.
Right.
They didn't just fold it up and be like, oh, the
That's
Blazers
right.
are just going to put their foot on, put the pedal down, and we're just going to, and then we're going to get out.
you
No, man,
stayed
they
with 'em.
stuck with it. And this was a closer game than, like I said, I think anybody.
I'll tell you what. I don't care who they're playing. I think I'm going to go Assassins in the first round of their playoffs.
Ooh.
I think because they're going to be playing, don't forget the byes. So they're going to be down in the
Whoa,
second
big call.
second tier. Yeah, they're playing well. As a matter of fact,
Big
I'm looking
call.
forward to watching them. See
Yeah.
how much progress their quarterback has made. East Orange Rec and the Bulldogs. Hard hitting is like what you say about every
Yeah.
East Orange Rec game.
Rec's going to get this. 12 points this week. Put it in the books.
Listen, I'm a big Alfredo fan.
I know you are.
I love Alfredo, and he can drive a team crazy.
He can.
As far as East Orange defenses, they're good, but they're
Right.
helter-skelter.
Yeah.
They lose because somewhere in the game, they give up a big play.
Yeah.
And this actually is a big game for the Bulldogs because they can leapfrog East Orange Rec.
Yeah, they're not having a good season, man.
But you know what? You want to win.
They got some personnel changes. Maybe it's just that feeling out stage.
Listen,
I
they
don't
show
expect
up-
them to be a top tier team in the 8-on-8. But I expect them to be at least 500.
At
that's
least
what they usually
500.
are.
I agree.
So maybe they're just going through a little growing pains, new personnel, whatever. But Bub's gonna do it.
Poor Bub. I hope they give him some time this week. So,
Cubs got
and
it.
that's it. Uso
Calling-
and Bullet
calling you,
Club
Bob.
have buys. We're going to break away, come back, look at the standings real quick, and then wish you a very happy weekend.
Get closer to the ball.
Good point.
All right, Mike, so let's wrap it up with a quick look at the standings. As
Yes.
we just said, the 8-man flag does not wrap up
No,
this
it
week.
does not.
However, the All-Stars, with a win and a Seminole or Express loss, can wrap up the number 1 seed.
Yeah, they're gonna. But Seminoles win. Kiss number 1 goodbye for this year.
Well, the Seminoles would. I don't know who the last week's schedule will be. With the
Right,
8
that's
on
true.
8.
That's true.
So we have to see how. Now, if the Seminoles play the All-Stars head up, then you're right. A
I am
win
right.
there by them would take care of it.
Yep.
Basically, the last 4 teams, unless the Rec wins, will be the Rec, Bulldogs, Dirty 30, and
Yep.
Bullet Club. So I'm thinking that the first 4 teams will get a bye. Bankers would play Bullet Club, Warriors would play Dirty 30,
Okay.
Uso, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, that's what I think is going to happen.
You never know.
You never know. 6-on-6 AFC flag.
Blazers still rolling.
I think if they throw the football on the field, the Blazers will win their game and should lock it up. A
Yep.
perfect season, 8-0. Bruins. I think they win if AJ plays or not.
Yeah.
And now the deja vu, like you said, this could get a little dicey for them if they don't win.
If they don't win, they better win convincingly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. You're right.
They better win this game convincingly. I mean, they're going against an 0-7 team, and they need to, if they want to get going into playoffs, they better. This is where you start now, fellas. You better get that momentum going now, and you got a team that you can do that against. So there you go. Let's see what happens.
And as far as I said about the Assassins, you know what? I put them almost
them.
on an even keel with the Goonies and Savages, the way they're playing now.
Okay.
So that could be an interesting first round in the
I don't know if I'll
AFC.
go that far, but I think they're playing as good as the Savages. I think the Goonies are putting together a pretty nice season.
They are, and like every one of these teams wants to win their
You're
last
right.
game. So we'll see how that works out. NFC, well, the one we've been waiting for all
Finally here.
season long, and Mr. Titano will have to watch the film of the game.
Yeah, he will.
Hopefully our cameraman goes to Goffel Field without fail. And,
I'll yell at him as soon as we get out of
I
here.
have to yell at him. So one of these teams is going to be the 1 seed, one
Yep.
is going to be the 2. We
This is where it
made our
decides,
pick.
yeah.
So again, if we said go there for the Bruins and the Blazers,
Go there for this
go
one,
there
yeah.
for this one too.
Cobras, I think they're going to stay right where they are. Sitting there at 3rd place, they'll finish in that 3rd seed. I think regardless, even if MPI pulls one out, I believe they have the win over them anyway. So Cobras can stay right there in the 3rd, lock it up
Yeah.
with a win this week. So that's good. MPI, again, we have MPI, Happy Team. They could flip-flop right here.
Yeah, they can, and then that would put Happy Team in the top 4 if that happens.
Yeah,
So we will see.
we'll see,
We will
yeah.
see.
MPI, but again, they're putting together a great season. I mean,
Well, here we are. We're winding down another season, Mike, before we hit the playoffs.
right.
It's been kind of a crazy season.
A little bit.
A lot of things went. A lot of teams around 500.
Yeah, but I like it.
You
It was
know,
a good season in
Competitive.
very competitive. A lot of
Close
surprises.
games. A lot of close
teams.
games.
A lot of
close
but a
games.
lot of good seasons from some teams that we didn't expect, and some bad seasons from some teams that we didn't expect.
From the 6-on-6 outlook, the teams we figured would be the teams to beat are there.
Yeah,
It's not easy to say the Bruins, Blazers, All-Stars, and Bears are going to be there at the end.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah,
hard.
it is.
The
That's pretty
8-on-8 was more competitive than I thought it would be.
yeah, but it's still. We said it 2 weeks ago, last week.
All-Stars, Canes.
Still, All Stars, Seminoles, Express, and Canes are those top 4 teams.
I'll tell you something. One thing about the Express,
Okay.
I would love to see them with a no-excuse, full-strength game against the first 4 teams,
We'll
3
get
teams.
that.
You know?
Yeah, I hear
No,
you.
I want to see them at full strength because at full strength, they're tough.
They're really tough.
They're really tough.
We'll get that in the playoffs.
Well, I hope so.
You know,
I hope
we're
so.
going to get at least them playing at least one of these teams. So
So they will have next week. It'll be just them,
Yep.
and the first round of the playoffs for everybody
For-
else
yeah.
will begin.
for our 6-on-6.
So we got a good one next Thursday, huh?
Yeah, we do.
All right, Mike McSee, Joey B. Enjoy the games this weekend. See you next Thursday. Hopefully the sun will be out. Good night.